What is going on, everybody? Tyson here with Faithfully Bearded, and I just want to talk to you guys today about the trends that I think are going to happen in 2021. Now, last year, about this time, I did a top trends video for 2020, and my trends were CBD, packaging, and co-wash. Now, when we take a look at that, we think, okay, has packaging stepped its game up this year? I think about companies like Barton, Renewed Man, Beard Octane, Chesapeake, Bay Area, any other company that I'm missing, I'm sorry, as companies that really, Captain Stash, Define Beard Company, that really stepped up the presentation game of their packaging and their labels. The Bearded Mac would be another one. So I think I hit that one on the head. CBD was another prediction, and you have a Fable launching their CBD, Miners launching their CBD, Chesapeake getting into CBD, and I know there's some other ones out there, 10th Kingdom BC. I know there's a few other companies looking at getting into CBD. So I would say I hit the nail on the head with that one. And then I said conditioners and co-washes and the separation. And I think when you look at company by company, I don't think there's as huge a separation as I thought there would be. But there is companies releasing daily washes now as well as conditioners and labeling them as conditioners rather than co-washes. So I think the trend kind of went there, and I think we'll continue that into 20 and 21. Now, when we go into 2021, a couple things that I think are going to be my predictions for 2021. I think you're going to start seeing reviewers jumping more into the science behind things. As I've transitioned out of 2020, as the years gone on, I've started to really dig more into the science of things. And I launched that porosity series, and a lot of people are doing that porosity test on their beard, and they're finding out which products work for their beard. And since discovering that and the science behind it, I've really been able to figure out which products are the best for my beard and how to maintain and take care of my beard. And with that, I don't necessarily purchase as many products anymore because I understand if a product is going to work for me or not, and that's all through science. I know a couple other guys that are coming up that are getting into the science side of things too. So I could see science really being a part of it, and labeling, things for specific beard types, maybe skin types. We've seen oily, dry skin stuff before, but maybe we're going to start seeing gray beard stuff. Maybe we're going to start seeing low porosity stuff, high porosity stuff. And we've always kind of seen it, but maybe it's going to be kind of marketed more towards that. I also think CBD is going to get bigger of a push. I think you're going to see a lot more companies jumping into that because I think we've seen success with a few companies. I think the overall idea of CBD is that it works really good. That's not my opinion. I don't have an opinion on it at this point. But I think overall people like CBD, and I think going into 2021 with just rules and regulations, it's going to start to loosen up on the regulation of CBD, and you're going to start seeing more people be able to put it in there. And then it becomes a missing out game of, I need to do CBD because everybody else is type of thing. And so I think you're going to start seeing that through 2021. I also think you're going to start seeing some throwback retro type things. I think every few years things seem to come around, and I don't know why the beard world would be any different, because I think we kind of do the thing that's around us in all forms of life, right? And I remember a few years ago, corduroys came back in style. I mean, it just seems like every decade there's the thing that comes back from a few years ago. And when I'm looking at 2021, it's December, they start putting out colors for next year and themes for next year and things like that. Kind of what I'm noticing is a lot of the colors and themes and type stuff are more of a retro type look. So I think you're going to see a lot of people doing throwbacks, doing retro type things. And, I'm okay with that. I think, sometimes it's nice to go back to our roots. Sometimes it's nice to get back and do something classic. Although the modern style is really well. And then the last one, I'm really hoping people get more into brushes. I think combs have their spot, but I think in a very well-styled beard, a brush such as a wet brush is extremely vital, and I think it could be less intimidating for new beardsmen to get into the beard game if we're talking standard brushes that maybe they see their wives using and things around their house. Plus, I just have a really big fascination with the wet brush. I think it works fantastic, and everybody I've talked to that uses a wet brush also agrees. So I'd like to see companies start getting into branding brushes like Wet Brush, more so than wooden combs and boar bristle brushes, which have their place, or combs. I think combs have their place as well. But why not, if you're going to offer tools, offer all the tools that the men are going to need. I also think we're going to see a little bit more grooming tips and tricks type videos rather than just product reviews. I think the review game is going a little bit away more from this smells good to scientifical, this works because of this, and these smells go together for this reason, and things like that. So hopefully we'll continue to see a trend of new reviewers coming in. I hope we'll see a trend of other reviewers help build up the reviewers. And I think, you know, the older style reviewers got to realize that the young kids coming in now, the younger reviewers, I say young kids, it doesn't matter if they're young or old. What I mean by that is the newer reviewers coming in, we got to grab them and teach them and pull them up with us, because I don't think anybody's going to be here forever, and there's always a way to go on to bigger and better things. And so it'd be nice to pull up a reviewer with you instead of smash them down and try to pin them down. So I want to see a movement where people are lifting people up that are striving to do better and be better, and just bring them up with you. There's no point of animosity and turmoil in anything that we do. Let's end that with 2020 and go into 2021, building people up, bringing them up with us. So that's the trends I think we're going to see in 2021. That's the trends I hope for. But, you know, with everything you do, it's just an opinion and it's just my train of thought. So hopefully I'm right, but you never know. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Be on the lookout for a video to drop on Friday. And this is your hint right now. It's going to be a good one. It's not going to be a beard product review. It's just going to be something that I'm doing for you guys as a Christmas present, and thank you, and thank you for showing your support. So hopefully you guys watch that one and get entered. So until I talk to you guys again, that enjoy your families this week, enjoy the community, enjoy people, tell people, you know, that you appreciate them, that you respect them, and, you know, remember, we don't all have to get along, we don't all have to like each other, but there's a level of respect that goes beyond liking, all right? So until I talk to you guys again soon, Merry Christmas, be you, be bearded, and God bless. Ho, ho, ho. That was an awful Santa Claus. That was an awful... Bam, where are you when I need you? Where are you, Bam? Merry Christmas.